Good morning. I know I said yesterday it was bright and early, but today definitely is bright and early. Alarms 4:30, breakfast 5, setting out at 6 is the plan. It's just a little after 5 right now. Again, I forgot to take a picture of breakfast, but it was just kind of like powdered eggs and sausage type thing, you know, your standard like rehydrated breakfast. Got to make sandwiches for the day, and then last night we had quite a big storm roll through. The rain was coming down pretty hard. The wind was blowing hard enough that the building was creaking a bit, so that was kind of fun. And yeah, the day, it's hard to say what the day will bring. Kind of looks okay that way, and then looking that way there's clouds, and then also, you know, to the east further there's more clouds, but the clouds look to be moving west to east, so hopefully those clear skies over there come our way. But yeah, really hard to say. We'll have to wait and see what ends up happening here. So right now the plan is to push for Mount Cortland. Super stoked, super excited. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Update. Gordon is no longer in play. We are gonna go up to Olive. The visibility seems quite poor navigating up there, and then the top's gonna be in clouds. Honestly, Mount Olive doesn't look any better, but it should be more interesting.
because I know it's a little bit more awkward, but a bit more secure. So if you all can stand okay, that's Josh there, and Josh is also going to start going. So kick those feet, Josh, make it happen so that you're well in here.
That's nuts.
So deep.
That's so deep. I think this is an overhang right here. I think we're on an overhang too.
I'm gonna rest, but I'm gonna just hang out.
Here, if you really want to desperately look in here, I welcome you. Let's just excavate it a bit more so it's obvious where we shouldn't step.
That's nuts.
It's deep over here too.
Yeah, it's probably all
Oh yeah.
super glacial stream that I was talking about. So,
This is so cool. Super
Scary.
yeah, it's pretty neat.
It's scary actually like looking into one.
Oh wow, you're going for it. Doesn't trust the dirty ice. Yeah, if you want to make it slow, you can put it right there.
So right here?
Yeah, that's fine. Give me your hand. And just one leap.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we've had enough. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
So just think about that a little bit. And now really rolling the ankle is kind of the game. See, yeah, here you go, Christine, that's it. Planting that foot and rolling the ankle. But folks can still French technique up terrain like this, okay? Because traction is good, there's good balance, everything's great. But realistically, going down, it's gonna be this, right? Tiny, small little steps, one foot in front of the other, not rushing at all. Athletic stance, center of weight down here, hands in front. Okay, front pointing. So, watch my feet. I'll try to kind of fake it here. So now we've got front points on our feet. And it's got to be a little bit steeper than this for us to utilize them. But imagine there I go. I'm climbing. And unfortunately, the tendency for us whenever we get on our toes is to flex our calves. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see. I'm going to do it from the side. You guys can see my feet. Watch my feet right here. So I'm here. If I flex my calves to stand on my tippy toes, what happens?
The points come out.
My secondary points come out for sure, which are the second ones. And then if it's steep enough, the toe of my boot will contact the ice and actually lever the front points out. And I'm gone. Okay? So when we start thinking about front pointing, we need to start thinking about swinging from the heel. So if this is front point terrain for me, really what I'm thinking about is having my heels low. It's almost like I'm flexing my calves all the time. And my heels are sort of flat. And I'm getting a bit of a calf stretch happening here. And that ensures that my front points and my secondary front points are in the ice. So, you know, I can go across, up, whatever it takes, but I have to have my heels low. If my heels are flexed, you can see that my boots will come out. And this is super pronounced on terrain that gets to be 40 degrees and higher. Yeah, okay, so that's what's really good. The way you stretched it out there?
Yeah.
Okay. The question, this sort of to wrap this up, is when do we put these things on? Okay, so when are we at a stage? So it's obvious on, like, we felt how slippery that ice was this morning, especially when it's been rained on.
Yeah.
Holy snapper, hey?
Yeah.
So imagine if this ice was like that, I'd be gone here.
Yeah.
Criteria: if I can put my foot into the snowpack over the top of my boot, and I can wiggle my foot in there and make that step really big. We call those bucket steps, like you've stepped into a bucket. Then as long as I don't get pulled downhill or get hit in the head with a rock, I'm probably not going to fall out at anything like that, right? It'd be really hard for me to slip out. As soon as I start kicking into the snow, and all of a sudden I'm only like penetrating my toe into the snow, or I have to work really hard at scuffing that surface, making a flat platform, but that flat platform is just the platform. There's nothing coming up this side of my leg if I'm going across the slope, let's say. Then all of a sudden it's like, okay. So the snow is quite hard, right? Otherwise, if it wasn't, I'd be able to make a bucket step. So right away, to my knowledge, it's like, okay, so if I have to kick that hard to make a flat platform, the snow is really firm, immediately, to me, it's like, okay, we should be thinking about crampons. Because now I'm probably going to travel faster with crampons on, because it's going to take me less effort to kick into the snow. It's going to feel more secure, and it's going to be safer, okay? And the only times that crampons aren't safer is on a descent in sloppy snow. Okay, so glissading is a term we use for going downhill with reckless abandon. Just joking, no. Glissading is something we would do for fun, and it would allow us to cover a bunch of terrain without walking. The key thing about glissading is that you have to have a good run out. So my good run out, the only good run out here is where I am. Maybe a little bit left of me and down. If you're where you guys are standing, if you lose control, it's not likely, it's too soft, but you could run into the rocks. And so the idea of glissading is you don't want to run into the rocks. Okay, you want to be in control at all times. And most people, what they do is they get their ice axe in self-rest position, like we know, and then they use the spike on the end to control speed. Okay, if they get going too fast, they're defaulting to self-rest for sure. Now, you're not going to do this with crampons on or anything like that. This is end of the day, a way to dump some elevation in a hurry by sliding on your butt. But in order to do this, you kind of got to put your ski pole away, or stick it somewhere so that it's going to not get in your way, because you need both hands. So basically, it's not glorious. Right? It's optional too. You can just walk.
Take his track.
There you go.
Yeah. I know. Get me home and eat that.
You got the GoPro on?
Yeah.
I'm here.
You guys feet up. Breaking a lot. Doesn't want to show up. Go running. There you go. Awesome, team. All right, let's keep piercing. Down we go.
firewood for the fires, and then just past further is the gray water disposal. So there's a bunch of pipes in the ground that carry the buckets of gray water out too, and dump them in there once you're done with them in the kitchen. And after a very, very long day, we are back. It was an absolutely phenomenal day. I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. It was absolutely awesome. Really fun doing kind of like the steep technical stuff, the kind of crux of the route there, going up the big snow pitch. And, from the point when I started my Garmin tracking, it was a 10.5-hour day. So it was a hefty one, and yeah, it was absolutely awesome. So couldn't be happier. Really hungry, excited for dinner, whenever that's going to be, hopefully soon. And yeah, I think tonight I'll probably slowly start packing my stuff, because I think I've had my fair share for the trip. I know a couple people want to go up to a really close mountain here called the Onion. Funny name, but I think I'll probably pass. I think the views that we got, going up on the glaciers there and summiting Mount Olive were enough for me. So yeah, super, super stoked. What an amazing experience. And yeah, successful day, super, super fun, and everything I hoped for when coming out here. At the beginning of the day, I was worried that, the weather was going to be shit and we might make the summit, but, we're stuck in clouds, or that we might have to turn back because of weather, which I understand, because it's always better to turn around, but I would have really been bummed out if we didn't bag one of the peaks around here. So I'm so happy, and Olive was the one that I wanted to do, so I'm super, super happy that we got to do it. And yeah, just super, super happy with the entire experience. So yeah.
And the locker can be one of those smaller accessory carabiners. And then right here, connect our bikes, that one, with our big pear-shaped shared unit. So now we've got a big dangle dog. And then step 2 is going to be bring some slack up through. Yeah, pull a bunch up. There we go. That makes managing this
much easier.
Yeah. And you can send 2 bites through. Yeah, you get the high friction side lined up.
Okay. Then I want to wait.
Yeah, so first thing, tension this. Yeah. So you can kind of grab the beaner and pull a bunch of slack through. We want to tension it until like this is loaded and this is slack. And that way we can check that we're set up properly. So lean back, load the system.
I think I'm still kind of...
Yeah, so you can take a bit more through here. That. Yeah, hold the brake. So now we're loading the system, right? You are just on rappel, and right now this is backing you up.
Yeah.
All our carabiners are locked. We got a nice looking prusik. So when you're ready, you can say on rappel.
Alrighty, Derek, on rappel.
So he's back there.
Yeah. Okay, so you kind of like lift up a bit with the brake hand, hey?
Exactly.
Sweet.
Watch the little bit of loose.
Yeah. Okay, so my GoPro's dead, so I'm filming this on my phone. Yeah, I didn't do another update last night. I crawled into bed and then remembered I wanted to do an update, but then I was already in bed. So I was like, fuck this, I'm going to sleep. So yeah, woke up this morning, we had this oatmeal for breakfast. I forgot to take a picture of the breakfast. Again, I'm not really good at this whole content creator shit. Or this vlogging stuff. Pretty bad at it, actually. So yeah, 7 o'clock wake up today, 7:30 breakfast, and then we hiked up to a rock face by a mountain nearby, or a little prominence called the Onion, and we did some rappelling practice. I kind of fucked up because I filmed a lot of the approach up to the rock face. And then by the time it actually got to my rappel, I think I only got like a quarter into it before my camera died. So I'm really kicking myself about that now. Fucking so stupid. Granted though, the footage is probably pretty boring because it's just like staring at a rock while managing a rope. So that kind of sucks, but yeah, so did some rappelling this morning. First time rappelling. Didn't die, so that's great. So that was really cool. Very scary having to step out over that ledge for the first time and just trusting that you set up your gear right and that all the gear is going to hold you. Very, very scary. But then once you get going, it's pretty bomber. So yeah. Now just hiking back to the hut. Gonna pack up all of our stuff. It's already 9:30 and we were hoping to already leave by 9:30, so we'll be packing out a little later than expected, which kind of sucks, but what can you do? And yeah, that's about it. And just like that, we are back at the parking lot. Hike down was really easy, nice and smooth. Felt really easy after being at altitude for a couple days. I think I could actually feel the acclimatization, you know, kicking in. So yeah, that wraps up the weekend. I'm super happy with how it went. Our guides, Derek and Steven, were absolutely phenomenal. Super great guys. They were absolutely awesome to be around for the weekend. Gave us some super important knowledge. And yeah, so big shout out, you know, to the ACC for hosting the course, and to Derek and Steven for making it happen. And yeah, it was a phenomenal weekend. Some absolutely unforgettable memories, and I guess my first ever mountaineering objective summited, being Mount Olive. So yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this little vlog adventure. And who knows, maybe I'll do something like this again in the future on, you know, on my own adventures. We'll have to see. So yeah, all in all, phenomenal trip, and I'm super happy with everything that happened. So yeah, that's it. That's all.